name is Sally Crathen and I teach business and economics. So one of the most interesting things that I use at the moment is a web-based program called Socrative. And from a student point of view, it's a student response system that enables students to respond using their smartphones to a question or a series of questions that the teacher might ask. And I think this is really good for a couple of reasons, really. One is that it encourages students to participate who might not want to put their hand up or be visible in the class. And we know that some of our international students are not used to participating, so that's really nice for them. They can participate, but they don't have to be very visible doing it. The other reason why the students like it is because when they send their response to the question, their response, along with everyone others, appears up on the screen immediately. So the whole class can see how everyone is responding and they can compare their answers to other people. It's a really easy system to use. The students just download an app. From a teacher point of view, you can just ask them a question verbally, or if you want to ask a multiple choice question, you could maybe have the question and possible responses up on the screen for students to choose from. Students like it because they love using their smartphones and it's something they do on their smartphones. They like it, as I say, because it enables them to respond, and they like it because they can see other people's responses as well. From a teacher's point of view, it helps me to keep the students engaged, particularly I think in a lecture situation, which traditionally is a very passive experience for the student. It also helps me to get feedback on how much the students are understanding about what I'm saying, and again with international students, that's really important. It's very easy for us as teachers to talk for some time before we realise we've lost the students because of language or something else. And also it can be used to really generate further discussion. So if you ask a qualitative question like, for example in English, what would be a good newspaper headline for this, for X story? Students can upload their different responses, their different ideas about what would make a good headline. All of those responses appear on the board. You can then get all of the students to discuss those, and there's actually a facility within the programme where they can vote for the one they like best. And in that way you can start with a broad question where you're collecting everyone's responses, and collectively the whole class can narrow down the options until they've all discussed and agreed on one particular option that they all prefer.